Former PNP councillor for the Savannah-Lamar division in Westmoreland, Julian Chang, is now officially a member of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party. It's understood that Chang's membership was approved on Tuesday night at a meeting of the JLP's Standing Committee at the JLP's Belmont Road headquarters in St. Andrew. This now clears the way for Chang to cross the floor of the Westmoreland Municipal Corporation and sit as a member of the JLP's Minority Caucus. Chang's move does little to affect the balance inside the municipality, where the PNP holds a 10-4 majority. Chang walked out on the PNP late last month, with the party issuing a statement thanking her for her contribution. In that statement, the PNP said it made considerable efforts to address and mediate the concerns that had arisen between Councillor Chang and others within the constituency leadership. Though the party didn't mention it in the statement, they were referring to the fallout between Councillor Chang and MP for Central Westmoreland, Dwayne Vaz. Chang accused Vaz of sexual harassment, a claim that the MP vigorously denies. Chang also accused Vaz of conspiring to have her removed as chairman of the Savannah-Lamar division. Vaz also denies that claim.
The PNP doesn't surprise me any at all with some of the audacity that they tend to display. Listen up. Kingston, Jamaica, June 29, 2026. The People's National Party, PNP, has taken note of the resignation of former councillor for the Savannah-Lamar division, Julian Chang, from the party. What do you mean by former councillor? Mrs. Julian Chang is a duly elected councillor by the people of her division. She resigned from the PNP, but she is still a sitting member of the council. An election was called and the people gave her that authority. What the hell do you all mean by former council? The party understands that Mrs. Chang's resignation follows a period of internal disagreement arising from publicly made allegations involving a member of parliament, Dwayne Vaz. No, on a Shuba Road. She made several cries about what she was facing and the PNP did nothing. There's so much a woman can take and no more. These allegations have been firmly denied by the Member of Parliament and remain a matter in which the party has consistently emphasized the importance of due process, fairness, and the adherence to established internal procedures. So she complained about what she was experiencing and the PNP ignored it. On the sugar and one crack in her floor and expected her to stay quiet, talking about due process and all. Due process is only for some people. Due process is only for some people because the Member of Parliament to which the allegations were made against has not suffered any form of damages. Nothing. The PNP just hug him up. But we don't know the PNP don't like woman already. The PNP expresses its disappointment in the spiteful action of Mrs. Chang. Spiteful. So she's been ill-treated, been disrespected. She complains about something that is very uncomfortable. The PNP ignores her. She can no longer take the abuse from the PNP and the PNP calls it spiteful because she stepped away. Regardless of the efforts made internally to resolve the matter, the party does not support conduct that undermines internal resolution processes or contributes to unnecessary public controversy. But we're not going to Parliament and to defy the standing order. Aren't those internal processes of Parliament that we're not going to go lift up mace, we're not going to with phone, we're not going to have naked? Aren't those internal processes and protocols that should be followed? At the same time, the PNP acknowledges Mrs. Chang's service as councillor for the Savannah-Lamar division and notes her contribution during her tenure in local government. She has not resigned as a councillor. Why the hell don't I try to shove out the lady from her duly elected position? She is still a councillor. The party thanks her for her work and wishes her well in her future endeavors. I would expect Mrs. Julia Chang to cross the floor pretty soon because the PNP believes that they hold the authority down there because he left the PNP. She don't leave the duly elected post that she has. The party remains committed to maintaining discipline. Oh, really? Discipline is only for some. Discipline is only for some. Discipline is asked only by some people to be carried out. Yeah? Protecting the integrity of its internal processes and ensure that all matters are handled in a fair and structured manner consistent with its constitution and values. What damn values are you talking about? We're going to try shove out one duly elected official out of them posts. That makes sense? That makes sense?
Nationwide News understands that the resignation of Dwayne Vaz as deputy spokesman on roads and works is the early move in what's expected to be a long race to elect the next leader of the 88-year-old People's National Party PNP. It is widely expected that Mark Golding will face a challenge for the post of president when the PNP puts the leadership issue to a vote at its annual conference in September 2027. The main challenge to Golding is expected to come from MP for Northwest St. Catherine, Damian Crawford. More in this report from George Davis.
The PNP's lost to Wholeness's JLP in the general election held on September 3, 2025, had a discombobulating effect on many in the Mark Golding-led party. And over 10 months since the defeat, equilibrium continues to elude those who were certain Mark G would lead the orange takeover of Jamaica House. Our sources tell us that since Wholeness completed his triple last September, there has been a growing sentiment inside the PNP that Mark Golding missed his chance to lead the country and must make way for a new comrade leader. And it's on the back of that discontent that Damian Crawford has been quietly building a coalition that his supporters hope will design and execute a successful tilt at the PNP presidency come September next year. Our sources say Crawford, who in recent years has been cast by the PNP as the hype man in chief wherever a comrade needs a boost at a political meeting during election season, is ready to shed that image and relinquish that role. Crawford, we are told, can count on the support of at least 12 of the 28 MPs on the opposition benches. We've been told that his growing support has spooked the Golding camp. And that's what we've been told contributed to the decision by Central Westmoreland MP Dwayne Vaz to remove himself from the slate of deputy opposition spokespersons. Vaz is a key ally of Damian Crawford. The PNP issued a terse statement last week saying Dwayne Vaz relinquished his duties as deputy spokesman on roads and works to focus on constituency responsibilities. But it's understood that Vaz expected to be promoted to the job of spokesman on roads and works following the resignation of Richard Azan. Azan had come under fire inside the PNP for failing to highlight what the PNP views as the shortcomings of Portfolio Minister Robert Morgan. Vaz is understood to have been told by Golding that he would not be promoted and that his time was best spent focusing on his constituency. That, we understand, was what prompted Dwayne Vaz to walk away. Vaz's allies say the second-term MP was victimized. They say Mark Golding would never promote him to the full spokesman role, as doing so would give a Crawford ally a national platform to speak on issues. On the weekend, there was a flurry of activity on PNP platforms across social media, with the looming Crawford-Golding battle and the attendant collateral damage being the main topic of discussion. That activity was fed by a story carried by BOJ TV that Vaz would be challenging a Golding ally, Colin Hitchman, for the leadership of the PNP's Region 6. That declaration has prompted a flurry of criticism of Dwayne Vaz by some comrades who are upset at what they say is his attempt to destabilize a region that has regained its luster as a bastion of PNP support under the guidance of Hitchman. George Davis for Nationwide News.